going on, YouTube? It is Man Cave here, Man Cave Media Films. And if it sounds like there's a jet engine in the room, that's because there kind of is. I've got a 75,000, let me turn this off. 75,000, there we go, now you can hear me. 75,000 BTU multi-fuel bullet heater, which has proved to be indispensable. Right now it's running off of D2, which for those of you who don't know, there's D1 and D2 diesel fuel. This thing's capable of running on kerosene, around diesel, around JP8, JP9, and it puts out a tremendous amount of heat. We got a few little additions to the studio I want to point out first. Number one, the heater. Number two, I've gone out and I've got more lighting. So, with the rest of the lighting off, we still have a very, very well lit studio. Alright, so it's after Christmas. Most of you probably wondered if I dropped off the face of the earth or something because I haven't put out a video in about a week. I have been out of state for Christmas, and unfortunately where I was, there was absolutely no internet access whatsoever, and it was so damn cold where we were, the batteries in my camera died within 10 minutes, so I couldn't even film some of the awesome crawling that I'd had the opportunity to do with these trucks. But what you're looking at right here now is the Jeep, which now I've decided on. There will be two bodies for this vehicle. The first one, of course, will be the Jeep with the winch on it. And I've also rigged that one up with lighting. This one has, I believe, blue lights in the front and red tail lights in the back. Run with the factory Tamiya on-off light bucket where I can add up to 16 lights. And that is my winch lead. Once again, that came from Mad Dog Madigan, and it's very, very badass, very scale. But the other thing I'm going to do is, oh yeah, I'll show you guys first. You guys remember the blue Ram, don't you? Well, Ram had a bit of a body problem. We were doing some pretty good hill climbs, and I seem to have broken my bed. So that's going to go on the wall of shame up there. And luckily for me, I have another Dodge body, which will be the other one used on here. I've already got the posts set for this one, seeing how the Jeep uses the side mounts. But I've got all my wiring hooked up. I've added the addition of this here, flashing light kit from GT Power RC. It comes with the control box, 6 5mm white lights, 2 3mm blue lights, 2 3mm yellows, and 2 3mm red lights. Now, the cool thing about this is, with it being a flashing kit, this little lead here goes into your set module, and you program your lights by just hitting this toggle switch. So you get your desired strobe pattern the way you want it, and it's done. When you turn the vehicle on, it'll come on. Next addition, I've got my light bar. And yes, it is not mounted all the way in yet because I still have to tuck some wires that are going to be running up through the holes that were drilled and mounted in. So that's about as close to orange as I can get. I mean, what's pretty crappy about this is through the company that ordered it, it showed orange lights on it. But it says on it, optional lenses. Blue police and yellow service lenses are available from Ram for $2.50 each, or $4 for a pair. But that's probably a big screw off on Amazon's part, because it did show the yellow light bar. And with these mudslingers here, these are actually 2.2 inch axial 8-shooter bead locks. They are not 1.9s. They do look awful small compared to, what else do I have? Let's see, let's go over to the Bronco. Those are 2.2s and they look a lot bigger just because the ring is larger. And then of course you go over here to the Rocksters. Those look larger because the tire is a lot smaller. It's just an optical illusion. The Mudslingers are some very, very big and beefy tires. So it doesn't really, it's kind of like my Mickey Thompson Baja Claws. They make the rim look a lot smaller than it actually is. But what I wanted to do for you guys is go ahead and power on my remote, kill some of the lighting here in the studio, figure out, these are my rear tail lights, turn this baby on and show you all the lights that'll be going on. So we'll have the two up front, two white up front, two rear in the back, and then the two ambers going into the top. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I set the strobe pattern on it. All it is just a simple plug-in lead. And as I said, with this little knob here, I can set full strobe to where everything is strobing. I can have full on, fast strobe, the pulsating strobe, and there we go. We have the rear lights and the amber wigwags going back and forth, and the headlights staying solid. So that is what I will be setting mine to. But as you also can tell, I've taken the let me get some light back on us. I've taken the Tupperware off due to the fact that I could not run the ram body on there because the bed of the truck would have been in the way. But I've already blown through 7 minutes, so next videos I'll have the front and rear lights posted in, the light bar done, and we'll just go from there. Alright, through the magic of editing, here we are, boom. We've got two hyper white bulbs up front, we've got an amber strobe bar, and we've got our sequential flashing rear lights, or strobes, that are actually staggered. Now I can change them around and do a whole bunch of other goofy stuff with them, but I figure I'd leave the headlights on, because otherwise I think if we go through here and look at the flash patterns for it, it's either all on all the time, front and rear strobing, or everything's strobing all at once. Well, I don't know, maybe we'll get the front headlights to strobe opposite of the backs. That's kind of cool looking right there. I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. After all, it is going to be the recovery truck, so while our ambers and our reds are strobing, our fronts will be alternating. Otherwise we have to set everything to strobe at once, or just have the backs and the light bar strobing. But we do have full power to the truck. I don't know. What do you guys think? You like just the light bar in the rears, or do we go all the way out? Go all the way and get everything strobing even though it's all at once? Or do the alternating with the... That looks a lot more like a wrecker to me though. There's multiple different ways you can hook this thing up, but I'm kind of really leaning towards... Oh wow, look at that. That's an interesting strobe pattern. Very interesting. I don't know how I got it. There we go. Everything's on a different strobe. The fronts and the rears and everything are now that looks pretty cool. Either way, you guys decide which way you like to see the lights set up, seeing how there's a million different ways. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this one and get her ready for uploading with the rest of the videos. And of course, as the truck goes off, the lights go off too. But that in a nutshell, folks, is our dual-bodied recovery rig. Now, if I can find the one with the actual, a bigger scale light bar, I will put one on top of this too. Actually, this one actually might have, I'm going to go with the rack on the top of this one for the service, because it does have the winch up front. This one here, I'm probably going to have, I've been tossing the idea, I'm going to make a metal plate that sits in here and actually build a record boom that hangs off the back of the truck that's going to give the truck some squat to it. It only goes for the Dodge, where I can actually pick it. It'll be a functioning lift, or record boom, I should say. So let me know what you guys think, and that's where we're going to go from there. So until next time, as always, don't forget to hit up the forums, rcsparks.com. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, like, and do whatever. Whether you love it or you hate it, I still get paid. So, and of course, I still enjoy building these trucks. So, with that being said, I'm calling it a night. Hope you guys enjoyed.